Mm, okay. All right. So here is a little thought that I don't know how little it is or how big it is, but I just know it's a thought. And I'm just about to share exactly, yeah, just about to share exactly what I was told to do. Okay. So I got this topic, and the topic is unwhole people. Unwhole people are damaging to themselves. Unwhole people are damaging to themselves. So, unwhole people are those who are manipulative, filled with ego, lacking in self worth, lacking in self confidence. Men who believe they are to bully you in order for you to be valued. They are yet to grow up and be mature. I do not need anyone, I basically, that's me in general. I do not need anyone to tell me who I am because I'm not on whole. So I don't need anyone to tell me who I am. So take this for yourself and think about it. Do you need people to tell you who you are? If you're whole, you don't need people to tell you who you are. I do not need anyone to tell me what my qualifications are. I'm the one who studied. I'm the one who have been to the various educational institutions. So I know what my education and my qualifications are. I do not need anyone to tell me what my work experiences are because I'm the one who went to work. I'm the one who gained the experience. So that I know. I do not need anyone to tell me if I am beautiful, worthy, or if I'm valued. I don't need to. I don't care who want to people. There's some people who think they need to watch you in the washroom. They want to see what you look like and all that kind of stuff, and so they need to be monitoring you at all times. That's because they're on whole. This is a revelation that I got. I realized they're on whole. That is the reason why they participate in these activities. They're on whole. That's the reason why they can help unwhole people to chase you around the place, stalking you, taking pictures of you because they're unwhole. And you wonder why sometimes you'll go to this place and that place and you see the same person over and over. It's not because the place is so small. It's not because a city is so small or a town is so small. It's because they're stalking you. Let me turn it to me. It's because they've been stalking me. But but it's because they're unwhole. So they're damaging to themselves and don't even know it. Unwhole people are not intellectual beings. They're not intellectual people. They look like they are. But if you really do a comparison check, you realize they really can't be compared. Like I wouldn't compare them to me. Why? Because I know what I carry. I'm not on whole because I know what I carry. If people think that they need to block up, they want to block up your money and they want to block up my money, they want to block up stuff. I realize now it's because they're on whole. They're incomplete. We're all a work in progress. But some people, it's a lot of work to be done to them because they're unwhole. So I'm the kind of person who you don't have to tell me I look this way or look that way or whatever. When I put on my clothes, I look in the mirror and the mirror talks. So the mirror tells me what it sees on the other side. I just need people who don't know that they're unwhole. I'm just calling it out. Check yourselves, because there is a sense of unwholeness inside of some people, and that's why they're so competitive. They want to be like somebody else. The worst thing is they want to be like me, and I'm the one that they've made so many efforts to destroy. Then if you've made so many efforts to destroy me, why do you want to be like me? What is it that I carry that you need or that you want? Why you want to be like me, but then you've made so many efforts to destroy me. Do you think that will ever be possible? Can't be. Can't be possible. Doesn't matter what people do. Because the thing with unwholeness is it's not something that just occurs in your mind. It's something, it's a spirit problem. So it's an issue with your spirit. So when someone tells you that you're unwhole, it's because there is a problem in your spirit. And so that thing, it just floats around, moves from your spirit to your heart, to your mind, takes over your whole being. That's what unwholeness does. So if people will stop and just examine themselves, just stop and examine yourselves and see, where is there any unwholeness inside of me? People get up and they tell lies on people. You think you want to tell lies on me and you're going to tell lies on me for the rest of your life. You're proving that you're unwhole. So it hit me this morning, this unwholeness thing, where a lot of people out there, they're unwhole. And you wonder why. They will tell you it's a mind problem and it's a this issue and it's that issue. It's unwholeness. That's what it is. People want to mess with your mind. People are talking in your head. They don't get to talk in my head. Thank God. They don't get this head. Anybody can say anything through them because they're unwhole. I was listening to someone last night, and that was on YouTube, and it was amazing because I sat there for a while listening and everything was fine. And I think I closed my eyes for a few minutes, and so the thing, it kept on playing, kept on going from one, motivational speech to another, until I started feeling this cramp in my left hand and then in my left leg, and the thing woke me up. I said, "What's going on?" But then I realized the same person that I was listening to, that sounded so clear and fine, and then all of a sudden you can feel this thing because something caused the person to get into just a period of unwholeness. These witches and these warlocks, they need healing. And they think if they transfer pain through people to get to the person who they think they want to heal them, that's what it is. But because God said, I would have healed Babylon, but I'm not healing them, they know they're not getting healing. So what they're trying to do is to transfer pain through people to get to the person that they want to get to. and not knowing that it's still not going to help them because it's not going to make them whole. So when you're transferring pain through people, just remember what you're doing is witchcraft. It's voodoo stuff. You're not going to get healed like that. What you need to do is to transform your mind by renewing your mind, because that's how you transform your mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And check your spirit to see what it is that you're doing that's not right. You're sending pain through someone to get to someone in order for the pain to leave you. The pain is not going to leave you like that, Moab. The pain is not going to leave you like that, Babylon. He said, I would have healed Babylon, but I'm not healing them. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 48, he said, Moab's horns are cut off. Chop off Moab's arms. So, however you take it, Moab's arms would be cut off. I'm seeing it. I got a deliverance today. I did. I got a deliverance today. And today, I'm serious. I said to the Lord this morning, I feel like today's my deliverance day. Deliverance from something. All this music and this noise in my head. All the barbarous effects around me. And the environment doesn't feel like something that's fitting to me. And I heard the Lord said, the time to favor you has come. The set time, the appointed time. Because you cried out like the destitute. You know, it's funny that even when you're not getting paid for something, but you volunteer your time, you feel so obligated because of the premise that you stand on in terms of your professionalism and your organizational skills and your industrious capacity and capability. And you think, okay, well, I'll just wait. Well, guess what? God has a time when he just delivers you like, this is your deliverance day. This is your freedom day. This is your day. Just take it and smile. He kept on saying, go out of the midst of Babylon. And I thought I was giving my time to people. He said, you think you're giving your time. But you know what they were trying to do? Hold you hostage so that they can watch you. I recognize that. I did. And when they don't see you, they come looking for you. So if I go into Walmart, they come looking for me in Walmart. No joke. If I go somewhere, if I'm at the school, if I'm at the college, they come find me at the college. If I'm at the university, they come find me at the university. It doesn't matter where I am. They come find me there. I saw a light last night. Someone was sitting in a car and the person was just they turn on their headlights. And based on where I was sitting, they were watching me. And I heard the Lord say, turn to the left. And I turned. Well, guess what happened? I saw the lights, but I said, that's their business because I'm writing. I'm writing. And based on what I was writing, and then I saw the light, I realized, unwhole people. He said, write it down. So I wrote unwhole people. That's all I had as my topic, my title. And then he said, unwhole people are damaging to themselves. When they're damaging to themselves, they'll try to damage you. But what people don't know is some of us are indestructible. Because when you're on assignment, you're indestructible. There's not much the enemy can do when you are on assignment. So I heard this morning, you're on assignment. Remember, stay on your assignment. Don't let anybody take you off your assignment because they're indestructible. They think they're indestructible, but you are indestructible. So I say, I am indestructible. Undervalued women, these are the ones who have to receive value from men or other women. They're unwhole people. Controlling people are people who do not realize who they are as yet. They need someone to compliment them, deliver self assurance and value to them. They are unwhole people. People who are miserable comforters, they try to assign tests in every area of your life. Sometimes you will hear, you just passed the test. What's the test? What test was I in? What test was administered to me? You put me in a test and I don't even know it. Then you're not even a good professor. You're not a good lecturer. You're not a good teacher. Because I got to find out from the PhDs this morning, you cannot just come into the class and say, oh, you have a test today. Because the students can report you. You have to give people time to prepare for a test. See, every test that I go through, God always say to me, well, the betrayers are on their way. Or this morning, I'm delivering you. And I got delivered today. He said, you don't have to work and get no money. You don't have to. You have given enough of that, enough of your time to people who don't pay you. Because the enemy doesn't want to see you get paid. So the enemy will want you to go and give your time all the times and don't get paid. He said that was not a test. They thought they held you hostage so they can watch you. And then people give report on you. But you know what the thing is? The report, they could never give a bad report. Never. Nobody could ever give a bad report on me. Why? Because I'm a professional. And everywhere I go, that's what I display, professionalism. I'll tell you like it is, but I still do it in a professional way. Professionalism. I tell you, unwhole people, they're damaging to themselves. They think they're damaging you, but they're damaging their own repertoire. They're damaging their own belief of who they are. Because they don't even know who they are. They're confused. So how can you pass a test that you did not sign up for? How can you pass a test that was not administered to you? Because if I was involved in a test, you have to show me my marks. So where are my marks? What kind of mark did I get? These are untrained teachers. These are untrained invigilators. These are untrained professors. That does not exist. So people are doing things out of their existence, which does not even make sense. People, get a grip on yourself. Come on, get a grip on yourself. You are not qualified to assign tests for qualified people. Let me say this again. Let me shake somebody to the core today. Get a grip on yourself. You are not qualified to assign tests for qualified people. You imagine I completed an MBA, and someone who just finished high school is going to assign a test for me. Someone who just finished college is going to tell me if I'm qualified or not. How could you do that? You just finished college. So you just have some more steps to go. I finished an MBA. So how are you going to tell me if I'm qualified or not? What are you basing my qualifications on? So let me say something about myself. I am self-motivated. I have never ever needed anyone to motivate me. Never ever needed anyone to push me. I motivate myself because I speak to myself. I speak into my own being. David spoke into himself. He encouraged himself in the Lord. I am organized beyond people's expectation. I am confident with great client relation skills. I have excellent judgment, sound judgment. I do not lack what many people are lacking. So why would I listen to someone who is jealous, envious, and want what I have to determine if I'm whole or not? When jealousy is an issue, it is always exposed. Your impression of me, your lack of knowledge, your impression of me plus your lack of knowledge will give you no exaltation. Following me around, stalking me, would not diminish who I was created to be. So, people, check your lives and judge yourself before you start judging others. That's what I do. When I hear judge them, son of man, you know what that means? I have to judge myself first, examine myself, make sure I'm in right standing. God is not going to tell me to judge people if I'm not in right standing, but it is my responsibility to make sure that I am in right standing to be able to say something about somebody else. And that's why when I speak firmly. Why? Because I know the foundation from which I speak. I know the qualities that are embedded in me so I can speak. This is just a general thing. It's just a general thought. But I heard unwhole people are damaging to themselves. Be careful how damaging you are to yourself because you really don't know your self-worth. Therefore, you become damaging to other people because you don't know another person's self-worth. I know my self-worth. I know I cannot be bought. I know I'm not cheap. There is too much of this anointing that's been released in me, too much oil in me for me to be cheap and for me to lay myself at the feet and at the mercy of people because they try to put me in a desperate position. Guess what? He said, to your gray hairs, I'll take care of you. And if he said that, if the Creator said that, that's what he means. Here is my encouragement. Check yourself. Do a self-assessment. And you realize for yourself if you're unwhole. Find another person to talk to, someone who will hold you accountable for yourself and for what comes from your mouth, so that whatever you speak, it would be wisdom. Every time I open my mouth, I expect nothing but wisdom to flow from me. Every time I open my mouth, everybody can't handle that. And so they become damaging to themselves, and they will try to damage other people. But check your words, because these witches and these warlocks, they feel like they don't want to stop. And they feel like they will stop at nothing. But guess what happened? I pronounce them as who they are, but they must fall. Because Babylon has fallen. The gods of Babylon have fallen. Babylon must fall. With all the trickery and all the witchery and all the foolishness that Babylon has been doing, they must fall. Well, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Be encouraged if you know that even if you have a little bit of unwholeness inside of you, but you can check yourself and get yourself back together. Congratulations. You're in alignment. So even if you fall out of alignment for a little bit, you can get back. But for the people who are unwhole, can't find their way back, seek the one who can help you, your creator. He's always capable. He has the capacity to release a capacity in you that you will be able to maintain, but you have to ask him. All right? Unwhole people are damaging to themselves. Don't be damaging to yourselves. Check yourselves. Have a great and wonderful day. Goodbye.